Are you interested in macro photography on the cheap? So guys, there's different ways you can do macro photography. There's all different types of things. I'm going to show you how you can do macro photography on the cheap to save you buying a £100, £200, £300 lens. So the first one I'd probably say is this. These are the 58mm, you can actually see it there, 58mm filter kits that screw onto your lens. Now these usually cost about £10 and you get 4 of them. The good thing with these is you can still autofocus while using them, and you can also stack them up. So to give you a kind of example, this is me standing here now, so this is the, let's do it by number, what they're meant to be, right? So the +1, standing here, so +1, and you can see a bit of a difference there. Then the +2, the +4, which is this one here, and then the +10. Now what you can do is the +1 and 2, like I said, they basically add on to each other. So you just like normal filters, they just screw onto each other. And like I said, these are very inexpensive. They're a great way to start getting into macro photography. So now you have a +3. You've also got the +4, so the +3 and 4 gives you 7 obviously. And as you can see, I mean they're all, I won't even show. Let's see if I can do it with this. So I mean that's a perfect example. It's got writing on it, close up, +4, +2, +1. And you can't even make the writing out. But if I use the +10, stick it in front of it, now you can see the writing, no problem, right there. And that's how these wee kits are really good. So this is a +7 added on. And to give you an idea, here's a Kodak film, just sitting right here, with the +7 on, just holding it in front, right there. I'm going to add the +10 on to the 7, so that will give me the 17. And look how close I can get now with it. So like I said, these come in about £10, and it's a set of 4, and they're a great inexpensive way to get started. The other inexpensive way is to get one of these extension tubes. These cost about £5. They do the same job as the extension kit, but the only difference is you can't focus, autofocus with them. You can only manual focus. The other downside is they come in sections, like so, that fit together. And what happens is, once you've got the desired length or distance you want to do your macro shot, like I said, these comes in 1, 2, 3, 4 tubes again. Then you've got two end caps, one basically that will attach to your camera and one where you can attach to your lens. So like this lens here, what you would do is to attach it to your camera, and there you go, that is it now attached. You then attach this to your camera, and what it does is it makes a greater distance between the lens and the sensor, and it basically makes the image closer for you to do macro photography. So these come in about £7. They're a lot harder to do because you need to take the lens off and then try it, zoom in and out, and it's manual focus. But when you're doing macro photography, I would always suggest to manual focus anyway. I wouldn't autofocus. But these are dead inexpensive. They can range up to £100 or so for actual Canon or Nikon ones. All they are is metal tubes, £7. So the next one is if you've got a lens, just a wee box standard lens. This is the Canon 28-80, nothing fancy. But what you do is you can get one of these. These are called reverse rings. Let's see if I can get this for you to see it a bit closer. So what you do is get one of these. Now I'm going to use the filter just so you can see it. So if you put that in front, basically what this is a reverse ring, and all it does is it reverses your lens. So you basically, on the front of the lens, and you screw this on. Now it depends on the size you buy. I bought a 58mm because I've got 3 or 4 lenses that are 58mm, so it comes in handy. And you basically just screw it and thread it on, and now that is added onto the lens, if you can see. So that's that added onto the lens. And then what you would do is you'd screw the front end onto your camera, and that would be the front of your lens. And because you're reversing it, it actually gives you a macro magnification from it. These are dead cheap as well. These are like £6–7, and another inexpensive way to do macro photography. What I'll do is all the images that I'll use with what will I use? I'll use the kit lens, and I'll let you see. I'll just keep the lens set to a normal. I'll stick it maybe 30mm, and I'll show you exactly how it's all done. If like me, you're into DIY photography, then you'll make your own. And I must admit, this is the best one out of the lot. This is a Sony. Looks like I'm going to need this lens again. If you can see it there. This is a Sony TV lens. It's a, what is it, a 14mm? It's a 16mm 1.8 lens. It is cracking, and all I've done is an end cap here that would fit onto your body, cut a hole in it, stuck the lens through it, glued it, and I must admit that this is basically the same as a reverse ring, but on the cheap without buying a reverse ring. The lens I bought off eBay for about £4, and that's the aperture control, and that's what it sees. And I must admit, this is such a cracking little lens. The sharpness of detail, what you'll find as well is when you get as close to this, you'll get a narrow band of stuff being in focus, the rest will be nice and out of focus. But this is, I'd probably say, is one of my better ones, and it's one I made myself. So I'll put these pictures up and you can have a look at them later. So that's macro photography on the cheap. Cheers. So you want to do macro photography on the cheap? Watch the rest of it. Macro photography on the cheap. Macro photography on the cheap. Watch after the clip. Hey guys, macro photography on the cheap. Stay tuned. Macro photography